Okay, so I've spent like 15 minutes of fucking around and finding out. Uh, yeah, first things first. This thing, yeah, has a bunch of reload animations which we are gonna use. This one is, empty reload animation which uses a bolt release, which the MP9 or TMP actually has. This one is a tactical one, which I may or may not use because it kinda asks to be clipping into the grip if it's too fat, and some of the grip models in Payday 2 are kind of fat, I guess. But we'll see about that. And the regular reload animation is just a kind of sped up empty reload with bolt pull, which I probably am gonna use for the MP5 version of this gun. Yeah, and also deploy animations. One is stock unfolding, the other one is just regular bolt pull, which in case we don't have a folding stock on this gun, we're gonna use just this one and maybe keep everything else. There's also a bunch of melee animations, and notice that all the extra animations are after everything else, which is correct, which makes it work both online and offline. Just that online, generally, you will only see the first animations of this bunch. Okay, so now with that out of the way, there is also a version without the front grip, which is great. So I have everything that I could have asked for. So let's finish with this one. So, Blender, we don't need that. Blender is also, funnily enough, a program I use for video editing, because it sort of works with that. It's kind of clunky, I haven't learned much about it, but anyway, this thing here, it has um, yeah, it has plugins, a lot of plugins for almost everything. Unreal Engine, Diesel Engine, anything really, Source Engine included. Sometimes 3ds Max doesn't have that, and I'm an idiot for picking that up back in whatever year it was. I really should learn how to like animate and model stuff in Blender instead, because it's free, it's on Steam, it doesn't require you to buy subscriptions or pirate it otherwise. Yeah, so the thing is, okay, Diesel Model to Wrapper, you have to, I had it on 4.0 version, and now it's 4.1, so I had to reinstall it over there and find a very specific model tool, which allows me to work with it. Not just a regular one, a modified one, I guess. I'm gonna leave this one a blank for now anyway. So we can now import diesel models finally. I have them exported over there in Payday 2 folder, not DLC folder because it's base game. MP9 parts. So barrel dummy, as you can see from the size, is basically nothing. Yeah, because the barrel is it's basically built into the body model. Here it is. Yeah, and the dummy barrel is just, some kind of technical thing for this. So what we're seeing here is a weirdly positioned MP9 without its with its bolt, but without the magazine, without the stock, and already it has a vertical grip which it uses by default, which is why it's not really modifiable without extensive modification in Payday 2. Yeah, some weapons actually have modifiable vertical grips. Even by default, some can be modded with mods, and this one doesn't really want that unless you modify the body, because it already has the grip built in, basically. Which it isn't built in, but yeah, it's technically built in. Anyway, let's try to delete that and import again, but now correct axis, and see if that works better. Well, yeah, it now points in the correct direction, I guess. But let's import more things and see if it's actually gonna get worse. Magazine extended. Extended in this case is a regular magazine that the animations we're gonna use are using. so that works for us. Let's see this. Not gonna use the short magazine because yeah, it's basically a pistol-sized magazine, and we don't have animations for that. Folding stock, yeah, it's in correct place, and just for the sake of completion, let's import the skeletal stock from a Steyr TMP as well. It's kind of incorrect, but yeah, if somebody asks for it, it's kind of there. So maybe at some point I'll also make a variation for that. Now you can see that it's kind of low poly and whatever because it has a bunch of LOD models, yeah, level of detail, which is great because we're gonna use those for the third person models for optimization of this model, so we don't have to like manually edit it out. Although I kinda see that this particular rail isn't gonna get less detailed with LODs. It's just gonna get removed altogether, which is fine by me, including the front side and the rear side. Yeah, it's fine because, you know, at the distance you won't even tell, and it's gonna be better for your computer. Potato or not, it's just better that way. Okay, so what we have is basically everything. We might want a laser sight, a flashlight, or whatever, but we're gonna do this with a different model export. Okay, let's try one more thing. Do I have it, by the way? There is a suppressor, a very sexy suppressor model. I think I don't have it exported over there yet. Let's open Diesel Bundle Viewer and wait until it loads a bunch of things. Yeah, and it's probably a Butcher mod pack or something. The one that is free and not the AK car. Because it has a correct MP9 suppressor model. Yeah, this one, complete with the rail, which is great because we're gonna need that rail for lasers and flashlights and whatnot. Yeah, and it looks very cool. It kinda looks like that in Payday 2, I think. Okay, units. Payday 2 DLC Butcher mods. SMG MP9B suppressed. Yep, BT. BT is Brugran Thomet. And I'm gonna export everything or just the thing that I need right now because it has flashlights. Let's just export everything, I guess. Save as right there as Payday 2 DLC Butcher mods. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm an idiot. Yeah, right there. Thank you. Not gonna need that for a while, I hope. Refresh. Yeah, we got this one. Oh. Okay, let's eliminate one of the... Okay, let's not. I have a feeling it's gonna just embed itself into the center of the... Oh no, it's actually in correct place. Great. It looks very low poly because, you know, all we see is the lowest LOD. I'm just gonna delete that temporarily. Oh, that's it? Is that it? Did I import a third person model accidentally? Am I that much of an idiot? Let's see. Yep, third. Jesus Christ, Alex, you're old. FPS, SMG, MP9B suppressed, okay. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. So yeah, let's delete this one, and here is our sexy suppressor, complete with this button catch thingy, a small rail over there. Yeah, it looks maybe slightly different from the one we saw online, but yeah, that works. Okay, now we'll have everything in place except the lasers and the sights and whatnot. Maybe more vertical grips, but this is a story for another time. Let's just save in Blender as P82 and P9. Yep. And now export as, funnily enough, not OBG, but FBX in my case. And since I have no idea how to work with this thing, that means we just import everything into Blender so it assembles itself and we don't have to move it around, including, you know, these weird things, whatever those are. Like sometimes it's shadows, sometimes it's like culling things for like hiding stuff when you're scoped in and whatever. Okay, let's actually try importing some kind of laser sight from Payday 2. FPS upgrade. I don't have any upgrades over there. Apparently I didn't export those. Yeah, let's go back to Butcher mods, I guess. FPS upgrade. UTG is like a combination of laser sight and flashlight, and yeah, it's somewhere in the middle. Yeah, it doesn't automatically embed itself onto one of those rails. So, oh, well, we'll deal with that later, I guess. Now what we're gonna do is just gonna import it from our Blender folder. Which one is it? MP9. And let's not forget geometry smoothing groups. It's just gonna save us a bunch of time because, yeah, let me just keep one unhidden. What it's gonna do is since every such part is like detached from everything else, yeah, like this one, etc. They are their own elements. It's not welded together. So they're just, you know, everything is smoothing group 1 or maybe more. But if we don't check that thing, it's just gonna look like this, and we'll have to, well, either smooth it by hand or just select everything and apply smoothing group 1, which kinda should work, but yeah, let's keep it the way it was imported in the first place. So while we're still here, we can we kinda can, you know, select these things so they don't mess up our you know, view, but in that case it's gonna just drop everything over there, and we'll have to figure out which part is which, because unlike when you import OBG files, which are converted by the model converters I've used previously, they don't have any names, they just have ID numbers. So let's keep that. Let's hide let's hide everything that's not selected. Let's unhide this one, this one, this one, this one, and these ones. And this is the magazine and bullets. So this is an LOD, this is a bullet, this is okay, so let's hide the bullets for now, bullet 1 and bullet 2, and there are 3 LODs. Yeah, this one looks the most detailed, this one looks less detailed, and this even less detailed, so I'm gonna call this one, yeah, I'm gonna stretch that. I'm gonna call this one MP9 mag LOD. No, not LOD, just extended. Okay. gonna be an extended mag because you know it's kind of an extended mag. This is an MP9M. Okay, I'm gonna just keep MP9M without extended. And this one is MP9M LOD1. This one is bullet 2, MP9M bullet 2. This one is MP9 bullet 1. And let's hide that. So this is a suppressor. This is one of the LODs. This is not one of the LODs, and this is something else. Wow. Okay. MP9 suppressor LOD2. MP9 suppressor. And MP9 suppressor LOD1. LOD is a level of detail, not border destruction or whatever. Okay, this one is an LOD, this one is an even worse LOD. So, MP9 S holding, that's it. And this one is less detailed than this one, yeah? Yeah. MP9 S hold load 1. MP9 S hold load 2. Why am I recording this again? Maybe I want you to see that making mods isn't, you know, very simple. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort and everything. Maybe I just like to talk. Stock solid. Okay, I'm just gonna copy that. This one is load 1. Load 1. And this one is load 2. Load 2. Okay, now for the most interesting part, probably. Why is there so many? Withdraw. Okay, this is a ejection port. This is a bolt. MP9 bolt. I'm thinking it's a bolt. What else can it be? The charging handle. Wow. MP9 DH, which stands for draw handle. This game has draw hand. Oh wait, no, draw handles. Drag handles. You drag the handle, you know, to cock the bolt or whatever. LOD1. Copy. LOD2. Just regular. Excuse me. Okay, now let's see what that is about. Oh, that looks sexy. So that's probably a full-on body for MP9. MP9 body. I'm not gonna call it a receiver because the game calls it a body. Ooh, look at that sexy grip. That's ergonomic as hell. MP9G LOD2, that's definitely LOD2. What else can it be? Okay, this one is probably the most detailed version of this grip. I'm gonna wait for that to be confirmed. Yep, that's LOD1. LOD1. And that's a regular. The game calls it a stubby grip. Okay, now what else we got? We got this, which is something that we might as well delete because I don't think we need that. This is LOD1. of the body, MP9 body LOD1, and this one's gonna be the lowest one. Yeah. At least we don't need to use the third-person models for this thing, because they are even less detailed, and they actually use different textures, which... yeah, we can't just... well, we can, and I did that in my Korth video, but yeah, there is some material trick to be used for this model to even show up at all. Okay, let's unhide everything. Before we go, let's save Payday 2, Guns 24, Payday 2, MP9. No, MP9, Payday 2. Yeah, that's my naming scheme, I guess. Now let's just delete this. We don't need that anymore. Let's delete this one. We don't know what that is. Let's rename NP9 bolt and draw handle, drag handle slightly. Grip is fine. Every moving part should be, you know, elsewhere. The stock is the folding one anyway. It's gonna be on top. The solid one is fine. The suppressor is fine. Yeah, now we have our untextured model over there. Let's hide all the LOD models, so we just see our sexy normal. Hide the solid stock as well. Yeah, that's a basic suppressed MP9. You know, it's somewhat high poly glory. So it has a bunch of rails. It has a left rail and has a right rail as well. It has this rail which the grip is sitting on, and another rail on the suppressor. So we might make a version of this without a grip and without any modules on any of the left and right rails, but instead put the laser sight on over here or something like that. Maybe add a sight. I haven't actually decided what I'm trying to do with this, but at least I have some textures already on my pistol mod, so, well, that's not much because it doesn't even have an extended magazine in that mod, just a body. So I might as well just remake everything, because what the hell. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we might try compiling this on our new sexy animations. So what I'm doing next is save as probably over there v Payday 2 MP9 MW23, something like this. Yeah. Let's unhide everything because we're gonna delete that anyway. This is gonna be the first person model, aka view model, so we don't need any LODs really. It's gonna look the best we can give it. Okay. Now we can save this again and import. Let's save as again. It's gonna have two versions, I think, grip and no grip. This one is gonna be grip. Now let's import the original with the grip. It's gonna be one of these ones. Is it very large? Yeah, it's very large. Holy crap. Okay, let's wait on that to load. I think I'm gonna start with an MP5 version. For the MP5, I'm gonna use just the long reload animation, I think, because you know it's the longest reload in submachine gun in the game. Everything else reloads in like 2.2 seconds, and the MP5 takes like 3. So the rest of the animations will just look slow in comparison, and I might as well, you know, disable randomize animations for this thing. But we'll have to randomize something else. We'll have to randomize firing animations, which means I'm just gonna copy the firing animation 3 times. Yeah. Rebuild smoothing groups or la la la, whatever. Oh yeah, it's there. We can now enable default shading over there. So, here's our extremely sexy MP9. It's a bit cursed here and there, has some customizations I've never seen. But yeah, it's probably one of the most down-to-earth animations in the series. Oh, animations. Models in the series. Even though the stock, well, it's very stylized. It's probably the most stylized thing on this particular gun model, because you know it really catches your eye. It's in the silhouette, yeah. It just has this, and everything else really looks like an MP9. And they give it funny, ridiculous names. Like this one is called Horus or something. I don't know why it would have some sort of Egyptian god name, but whatever. What's with the bones? Oh, it has a bunch of tags for like thermals and scopes and everything. That's interesting. Okay, I'm not up to snuff on this entire animation portion and everything. I'm not gonna question that. What I am gonna question is... Holy crap, look at all that. That's a lot of bones. Let's see what they do. We press edit envelopes, and the first one is called ammo 1, which is probably... I need to get inside the gun somehow. It doesn't really let me do that normally, so I have to like wiggle around. Let's see. Yeah, it's a bullet. It's like the top bullet. Okay, we figured that out. Oh, by the way, we can figure that out easier if we just make a clone of it, a copy, not an instance. Because if we make an instance and try to delete a portion of it, it's gonna delete this portion on both instances. Yeah, it's very helpful if you must have identical models like several times in your scene, but not in this case, not in this particular case. I need a copy. I need a copy so I can actually remove things so I see more clearly. Like I delete the receiver over there, but I still see it because I haven't hidden this one. Okay, let's hide everything and unhide this. Yeah, no. Okay, this is ammo 1. It's somewhere in the bag, not even in the magazine. Okay, that's something to look out for, I guess. We can still use... I think it just crashed. No. It didn't crash. That's fine. Okay, ammo 1 is this thing. Bone with a funny name is the stock. I should either open a notepad or something. So yeah, ammo 1. Inside gun, I guess. Bone, whatever, is stock. I might as well write it down on, you know, with pen and paper and everything. J ammo 2, 3, 4. Yeah, self-explanatory. Bolt is the actual bolt. I'm gonna have to use it for the ejection port, basically, and I don't have an entire bolt modeled on that gun. Charting handle is also self-explanatory, and it's kind of broken, probably because I just removed a portion of the model, because yeah, it kind of does that. Fire selector, I don't have that on my model, and I don't see it being animated on this set. Doesn't do anything. Maybe it does, it certainly does that in the actual Modern Warfare game. Mag 1 and Mag 2 are probably inside each other. Let me see. Let me just delete one of those. Yep, there is a second magazine inside there. Okay, it's taking a while. At least it doesn't crash, because I was afraid that it's gonna crash. Yeah, there is something inside there that's kind of like the second magazine, I'm not sure. Okay, just gonna think that's the second magazine. Mag follower, I'm not using that. Mag release, which is this button, which may or may not be just textured on my model from Payday 2. Trigger, I'm not even gonna bother with. It's almost completely invisible, you can't really tell whether it's moving or not. Tag, attach, and everything. Tag, folding grip. It can have a folding grip, I guess. Yeah, I'm not bothering with any of those because I just can. Which is the base bone, though? Tag, tip, tag, tongue, attach, tag, sling. Which is the mother of all of these bones? Tell me. Okay, tag origin, tag view, ADS, torso, tag weapon probably, J gun, tag sling. Oh my god, that's a lot of bones. Maybe I should just, attach everything to J gun, because it's, or tag sling. Tag sling probably. Okay, I'm definitely not gonna see it on this messed up model. I'm gonna just delete that, unhide the original, edit envelopes and see if tag sling is okay. Are you gonna work? Yes, tag sling is the receiver basically. So yeah, I'm gonna be fine with adding everything like the grip, the suppressor, the non-folding stock, etc. to tag sling. Yeah. Okay, now we have that figured out. Let's unhide our model. See if we need to rotate it and scale. We definitely need to rotate it. Oh, speaking of rotation, I need to set its pivot. Is it pivot or pivot? I forgot. Anyway, I need to move their points to 0, 0, 0. So when I rotate and scale it, it all, pivots to this thing and not wherever else it is. Okay, snap angle 180 degrees. Let's move it all the way up there. Oh, it's almost scaled properly, almost. Yeah, I think I shouldn't even, change the scales. I might not even have to move the grip elsewhere. Well, the charging handle is smaller. Now that I look at it, this Horus model is fatter than the real MP9, or at least more fat than the Payday 2 model. Yeah, this is gonna make our inspection animations look funny, probably, but otherwise, what ifs? The grip is almost the correct size. The magazine is only slightly longer. It's not gonna be noticeable. So I might as well keep the everything. I might as well keep everything like this. Yeah. So I low-key hope that I can just remove the grip and export this thing as a gripless model, and I don't have to like make all of this again for the gripless model. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Okay, save now. Hide this model, unhide everything else, hide this model again because I'm an idiot, and body, grip, stock solid, and suppressor we can just skin immediately to tag sling. Sling, that's a lot of tags. Yeah. Okay, we can hide that now. S-fold is that bone with a funny name. This too. I forgot which one. I think it's the longer one. Well, we'll see about that in a moment. Nope, it's the shorter one. Remove, add the shorter one. Yep, now we're good. Okay, magazine bullets are funnier. I need a copy of this magazine. This one is gonna be magazine 1, and this one is gonna be magazine 2, 002. Skin magazine 2. Okay, draw handle is pretty simple, I think. What was its name again? J Churn handle, of course. Naturally. Okay, MP9 bolt. MP9 bolt is also obvious. J bolt. Yep. Okay, as for the bullets, it's gonna be slightly more interesting. I have deleted my custom model, you know, by custom I mean it's removed some things. Okay, unhide everything. Hide everything, I mean. Make a clone again. Hide this thing. I'm making clones because I don't wanna lose this model. I just have to re-import this again. Editable mesh. Let's delete the receiver and both magazines. Huh? Here's the follower, the spring. Wow, this is really nicely detailed for something you don't see, because I don't think this magazine is transparent. Would be great if it were transparent, because, you know, with this insane amount of details. Ooh. I'm not sure what this particular round is supposed to do. Maybe it's used for the inspect animation. So what do we have here? A bullet 1 and bullet 2. Well, those are pretty obvious where they should go, because they are basically right above these ones. And I'm not gonna, you know, bother with the third one because it's not gonna be visible, probably, most likely. So edit envelopes. No. Okay, let's wait on that. Yeah, we're good. We're good. This is ammo 1, this is ammo 2, and 3. 4 we're not gonna touch. Okay, let's rename this to bullet 03 and bullet 02. Let's remove a couple of zeros in these. Clone and bullet 1. Not even 01, but 1. Am I right? Yes, ammo 1. And bullet 1 I'm gonna move that center pivot point. I'm not gonna else really. I'm gonna place it right over the original, hoping it's gonna work fine. Yep, right there. It's larger than this one, but whatever. Funny how this receiver is larger, but bullets are smaller. So yeah, it's a bigger gun that fires smaller bullets apparently. Okay, now we've done that, we can delete this thing again, or not. No, let's keep it. Let's just keep it. But oh, I know. We can select this thing, invert selection, delete everything else. Yeah, we just need this bullet basically. Maybe the bolt too. Maybe the bolt too. Alt, bolt. Yeah, let's keep the bolt too, just in case. And delete everything else. Those are our bullets, so it's not important. The bolt, the bolt, the bolt. That's a sexy looking bolt, really. All of these, you know, detail is done in the service of Modern Warfare 23. Jesus Christ. Okay, so now we can hide that. No, we should unhide everything. Hide stuff again. Oh, we don't have to really. Bullet 02 is skinned to ammo 02. Bullet 03 is skinned to ammo 03. And bullet 1 is ammo 1. This should be enough. Well, we may or may not have to adjust our pivot point for the stock if it's gonna clip noticeably somewhere or whatever, but if we make it fast enough, it's probably gonna be a non-issue. Otherwise, we'll have to settle for just pulling the charging handle on our draw animation, which is gonna be unfortunate because that's a cool animation of unfolding the stock. Which also gives me an idea of making a custom version of the model on your back with the stock folded, you know, like some mods do. But with a script, you can have like an add-on model which is the gun folded, or the knife with its sheath on or something. Yeah, it's very cool actually. Or is it the other way around, like the stock is unfolded, etc, etc. I don't remember, but we'll see about that, What we need now is to save our progress. Now we'll have to delete stuff we don't need, which is both stocks, our original model, suppressor. We'll keep everything else, probably. No, we won't. We'll delete the grip as well, hoping that it's gonna be okay. Valve SMD, I'm not touching DMX really, and I would rather use SMD. DMX is kind of finicky for me, anyway, because I have no idea what I'm doing. What is it? It's okay, I need to make a new folder. 82 MP9, let's call it. 82, and let's up 88. V 82 MP9 base. Reference gold source. No, everything is fine. Okay, now let's undo our deletion of things. Delete the bolt, the drag handle, the magazine, the bullets, the body, and that's it for now. Now let's export just the folding stock. Export S fold, undo. Okay, grip comes next. Export like this, but grip stubby. It's called the stubby grip in the Payday2 files. Now the solid stock, just in case, because it's already there. Export stock solid. And what else? Suppressor. Export suppressor. I'm not gonna bother with base game suppressors because this one is the one we want really. It's unique for the in-game MP9. Okay, now that we've done that, we don't need that. Let's silence SMG. Let's open an Explorer. Ooh. Okay. So we're gonna be using this one as base because this one is without a grip. Actually, we might as well use this one as a base and see if we actually want that. Payday2, MP9, gripless. And yeah, let's make it simple. Let's compile it on nope. Let's compile it on Uzi first, just to test out the gripless setup that we have. Let's get our exported things. I'll just drag and drop them over there by copying, complete with the grip. Ow. Stubby. Let's just delete that. We don't need that over there. Okay, so CD materials. Let's change that to LXD models. Payday2 MP9. And add a reskin compatibility into a separate folder called MP9 reskin. Home. Okay, body group base. It's this one, but also it's in a folder, so Payday2 MP9. I hope it doesn't mind the base over there. Okay, base, suppressor, stock. So far that's it, I guess. Base, suppressor, stock. Okay, the suppressor can have like blank. The stock can have that, and also another one of these, and also blank again. Might as well have no stock. S solid. S fold. I should rename it probably to unfolded or something. Yeah. Unfolded. Oh wait, no, fold, because you know, animations. Doesn't matter. At least for now. MP9 sup. We'll keep everything else for now. We just want to see if our if it's gonna work, if it's gonna clip into something or whatever. Okay, this one. Now let's hit compile. Let's see. Okay, it's doing something. Yeah, it did something. Let's use a view. L4D2. Oh, I didn't rename the materials. This is gonna be boring, but I'm gonna do this without your supervision, I guess. At any rate, yeah, it's gonna be without the textures and everything. Yeah, so far it looks... well, it doesn't clip on this side. There is a rail on this side, and I hope it doesn't clip too much over there. Well, it looks thin. Looks thin, so the thumb kind of rests close to the rail if it's centered, and if it's not really an issue. Let's see the origin. Let's see the origin. View model mode. Okay, we might want to change the origin slightly to the right because there is a bunch of empty space over there. So we might change that a bit and to show off more of the model, I guess. Okay, idle reload layer. Let's see about that. Let's see it in slow motion, actually. So yeah, we press the button, we throw the magazine away, insert the new one. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, considering the smaller charging handle of this thing. Yeah, I think it kind of works. Okay, let's pay attention to the bolt now. Not the charging handle, just the bolt. The bolt is open, and yeah, it works fantastic, at least on this untextured model. Let's, instead of this magenta texture, let's see something else. This green thing. Okay, I forgot to enable do not disturb mode, I guess. I did so in Discord, but not on Steam. Oh well. Can I do this with just right click? No. Oh, I can go offline, but not, yeah, not in invisibility mode. I'm gonna have to disable that, because this is gonna get political with this guy. We're both on the same boat, you know. Things aren't improving, really. They're just worsening, and yeah, it's not gonna get any better anytime soon. We can have that as well, but I think that's less funny than this thing. So yeah, this animation works. Let's see this one. Yeah, this one works as well. There are some rounds in this magazine because, you know, it's a tactical reload. We have a tactical decision to have more ammunition in our currently loaded magazine, so it's not like this style of animation is tactical, but the decision to reload without being empty is called tactical, so it's not the same, yeah. And tactical is not really a real term for that, but yeah, that's what people have been calling that. Okay, yeah, that's the regular reload, which is the slowest. This is empty but faster. Yeah, everything just works out great, I think. Let's see the deploy of, you know, the stock. Yeah, you can't really tell anything. Even in slow motion, it looks great. Yeah, you just grab the stock and unfold it. It does have some clipping issues, but when it's done much faster, I don't think it's gonna be an issue unless you're taking screenshots, which I will have to do. But unless I take it in an opportune time where you clearly can see that the stock is not actually in your character's hand, yeah, that's not gonna be an issue at all. Well, also a lot of you know, people use potato hands character models, so it probably isn't an issue for like 50% of people that are using, you know, mods from the workshop anyway. I think that's a success as far as the animations go. Let's see this deploy animation. This deploy animation, well... yeah, on this particular animation, you can kind of see that you're not grabbing the charging handle because it's too small in comparison to the Modern Warfare 23 model. Yeah, so unless your model has a folding stock, which has its own issues, sort of. You know, this mod is passable. I have somewhat of a low standard, but yeah, it works. If it happens fast, you can't really tell that something wrong is happening. But what I really need to change is the origin, because it's too centered and it's too, you know, obvious that the character is not gripping the gun. Otherwise, it works. Let's see the inspect animation. I am impressed, honestly. This works just fine. Just the way I wanted it to work, honestly. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's gonna work. Okay, again, I just want to see the charging handle. No, the character conceals the charging handle with their hand on this particular animation, so it's just great. No clipping, no real issues that really need to be fixed. You really have to have a severe case of OCR or OCD or whatever. Is it uh oh, OCR is like that thingy that translates things, I think. Uh, you know, text recognition or whatever. And OCD is a disorder, yeah, obsessive compulsive disorder, that you're noticing things that regular people won't notice. And we all know that regular people are idiots, and people with OCD are also idiots. So you have to be balanced, yeah. You have to notice glaring issues like you know, very horrible clipping, but if you really need to look under your character's skirt to and you see there are some untextured polygons or stretch textures or wrong UV mapping and something else, well, you're probably taking it too serious. This is a modern community. We just make things that work and are satisfying enough for, you know, for them to be useful. Then again, take the games we're playing, like L4D2, Payday 2, Modern Warfare 23. They're all janky in their own way, and people still love them for what they are, even if they keep, you know, trying to fix things, trying to tell the developers that you're doing things wrong. You can do better, guys, and they can do better. But yeah, sometimes they just overlook certain things that are not worth fixing, and sometimes they're just too greedy and too, you know, lazy to do stuff properly. Maybe they're not allocated the resources to do that in time because they have to release the game before Christmas or something. As we all know, Call of Duty is routinely released in like October or November because, you know, it's Christmas time soon, so we have to get it on November. I'm guessing that's one of the reasons. Also, they promised that there would be no Call of Duty game in 2023, and here we are, Modern Warfare 3, hooray! Right after Modern Warfare 2, that's fucking crazy. At any rate, yeah, I'm happy with the gripless version. Let's test the gripped version and call it a day, because it's already a long video. It's probably very boring, and it's probably gonna be watched by like 3 people anyway. Okay, let's go back over there. Oh, by the way, I kind of forgot that I was doing this entire setup with blanks and things. Yeah, we're gonna do this this time over there. What we're gonna do is just copy this again. Silence SMG, I guess. Whatevs. Whatevs. We got we paid it to MP9 grip. Gripped. This one is gripless, then this one is gripped, I guess. And we're just gonna copy this over there, replacing the CD materials and body groups. Keeping everything over there. There is an origin. Okay, right, left, plus is right, minus is left, forward, backward is fine, down and up is fine. Rotate? No, I'm not gonna rotate it, definitely. I'm not even sure why this is a thing, but okay, origin right. I wanted to go right like 2 units probably. In addition to suppressors and stocks, I want this thing to have grips. Body group, grip. No blanks, no blanks, because this is definitely not gonna have that. Grip stubby. Is it grip stubby? I think it's grip stubby. And save. And now let us compile that again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with material names because this is nonsense. I mean, I can deal with that, like keeping the VMT files named like that, but I don't want to because it's messy, kind of unprofessional, and whatever. Oh, sorry. What else? What else? What else? Oh, I'm gonna close that. Launch this one and hit compile. Probably gonna be work just fine. Yeah, there's more textures now. View as replacement. Okay, center view. Please no reloading. I want to see how you grip the thing. Well, with a very tactical kind of grip, in that your thumb is not over there. It's God damn it. It's there. At least it's not touching the rail again. Still kind of feels thin or whatever. Alright, view model mode. Oh, now we're a bit to the right, maybe? I'm not sure. No, this kind of looks realistic. Probably. If I add some sort of a red dot side on top, it's gonna look over half of the screen, so I probably should also lower it if I get this far in this mod. Anywho, let's now see the animations on this thing. Yeah, that works. So if we slow it down like 67%, this is how the MP5 animation is gonna look like. I think that's kind of the proper speed for this specific animation. Let's see the other ones. Well, this one is gonna be very slow. It doesn't clip through the grip, at least not through this particular one. What about the... no, I think that looks fine, unless, yeah, there is some slight clipping of the magazine through the grip because it's too thin. God damn. That's not cool. That's very uncool. At least in this particular case. There's not much I can do about that except make the gun model fatter, which I think will be detrimental to this model's realistic outlook. Yeah. So we're probably gonna ignore this particular animation, and let's see if it happens on other ones. This one doesn't seem to have any clipping, neither is this one. Yeah, it looks great overall. Let's slow it down a bit to like MP5 speed. It even looks fine on the slowed down kind of reload. Again, what about the clipping issues on this one? I don't see any. No, there is no there are no clipping issues on this animation either. So I think only this tactical one has clipping, like you can see the magazine clipping through this, which is unfortunate. Well, that that settles it. I guess I'm not gonna be using that very much. What about the deploy animations again on this origin? It looks passable. Well, if we don't slow it down, it looks even more passable, I guess. Maybe we should even speed it up slightly, but then again, it should take 1 second. Here, again, the charging handle is still thin, so our character grabs pretty much nothing. But if it happens quickly, you can't really tell, and especially in gameplay where you're too busy blasting zombies or whatever. Yeah, the melee animations, yeah, of course they work. Okay, inspect. Yeah. The inspect works great. No clipping, no issues with the grip either. I think we're gonna make it work. Yeah, just without that tactical reload animation. Use one animation for Uzi and Mac versions, you know, the fast empty one and the slower empty one for the MP5, and we're set, basically. As for the deploy animations, well, the folding stock works. Speaking of folding stocks, let's hide the suppressor. Yeah, without the suppressor, the gun looks like this. Your hand is very dangerously close to the muzzle, I think. We might want to attach some kind of flash hider on that. Probably. Yeah. So of course with the suppressor well, again, without the grip, your hand is protected by the hand stop, and you're not really holding it too close to the muzzle. I'm just trying to figure if we should, you know, keep the grip for the suppressed version or the other way around, but it's something for the drawing board and not for the sake of this video. Okay, without the stock, this thing looks like this. With a solid stock, it looks like this. Of course, it will, you know, disable us from using one of the deploy animations. So yeah, we'll have to use the other way, the other one, if I really want to use this TMP stock on an MP9, which it isn't really possible, I think. Okay, let's go back to the inspect animation. What else is there? Okay, this has no stock. This is a traditional folding stock. Okay, the grip doesn't have a gripless version because yeah, the animation has a grip in there, so it's always gonna be there. Okay, I am satisfied for the most part with this thing. I don't think I should change the origin either. I think 2 to the right is fine, at least on this gripped version. Let's go back to the gripless version and change the origin here as well and see if that works. And if that works, I'm gonna call it a day for now and actually work on the boring stuff like the materials and all that shit. Compile. Using view, use replacement. Whoa. 65, okay, 103. Yeah, that's fine. That looks much better. Yeah? Yeah, that looks much better because it doesn't now look like you're holding nothing. Yeah? Now it looks like this, sort of. Yeah, let me just reset that and set the FOV higher. So yeah, let me see this reload animation. Aha, this one also clips. Yeah. Even on the gripless version. Yeah, either have to alter the model heavily or just, you know, not use this animation at all. I was worried about clipping on this animation, but I was worried for the wrong thing. I was worried about the grip clipping into the magazine, not the magazine into the gun, you know. Oh well, that's modding for you. You never know. Okay, yeah, that looks fantastic, I think. Let's slow it down. This is kind of the MP5 reload speed, I think. Alright, let's hide the suppressor. Oh, without the suppressor it kind of feels like the thumb is floating. Yeah, the thumb is kind of floating, and there is fuck all I can do about that. Yeah? Well, it is floating, in fact. Very much so. Um, so yeah, I'm not gonna use the gripless without the suppressor. So the suppressed version will, well, the unsuppressed version will have a grip, even though I am saying that that's kind of dangerous. So I might want to have a flash hider on that, maybe from the same butcher pack. As for the stock, yeah, whatevs. As for the stock, I probably keep this one because the other one is just a Star TMP stock. Let's see if MP9 has a solid stock available for it. Oh look, it does! It does! Oh, look, it even, you know, it's like, it's almost like the stock in, you know, Modern Warfare 23, I guess. So yeah, there is a similar stock. It's probably slightly different, but nobody can really tell. So yeah, I might as well use this one for the MP5 probably. As you might know, the MP5 has less sounds for you to modify. It has like clip out, clip in, and bolt back. That's it. TLS should have added draw sound for, to the mix. But depending on that, yeah, I may or may not be able to have a separate sound for like deploying the gun, as in deploying the stock and all the reload animations. Oh, there is also a thing, inspect animation. Inspect animation is not just a bolt pull; it's a pull. It's a slow bolt pull back and releasing it. I might have to be very inventive about it because MP5 really doesn't have a lot of sounds to choose from. I might have to use something more generic, like from other SMGs, or maybe something else entirely. Yeah, so that's something for the drawing board again, for the brainstorming. Okay, at least this stock is somewhat realistic. I expected it to be a TMP exclusive thing, but yeah, here's that. Okay. So, grip on an unsuppressed version. I might make it basically without any mods, like just a grip and oh no, well, I already have a mod for the magazine, you know, modification for a longer magazine because the base gun has a short one. And also I have to attach a laser sight or a flashlight somewhere. So I'm already gonna have a modified gun, even if it's a relatively unmodified one. Yeah. Yeah, definitely keeping the suppressor on. Because with the suppressor on, it kind of looks like your thumb is resting on the suppressor base or something. Other than that, some minor gripes with this. I am mighty satisfied with what we have here. Most of it just works. Yeah, mag out, slow bolt bolt release, mag in. No mag tap into place, at least on this animation. So yeah, that's simpler to make sounds for it. Okay. I drank all the water, so I really should stop talking in this video. So I've been really glad to have this opportunity to port a sexy model on some sexy animations for a very sexy gun in a very sexy game. And yeah, I'm glad that it's all coming together. Yeah, it's just gonna work. At some point, I'm gonna release a complete package. Well, not a complete package per se, but I'm gonna release one version of the gun on the workshop, as always, and additional ones on game maps, probably. Because I don't really feel like I should basically spam the workshop. Like, at some point I had more than 1,000 items on my workshop, and most of them were like HUD icons, which are very small, very easily made mods. And if I release a bunch of guns, like with and without suppressors, with and without red dot sights, with and without stocks and whatever, it's just gonna be crazy, especially with Payday, which has a lot of modifications available, which I really would like to be able to port all of them, like every single one of them. But yeah, we're not there yet, but we'll do that sometimes. Yeah, okay, so on this positive note, somewhat positive note, I am actually surprised I can sit through all of this without any major back pains. Like, there is a certain position I cannot fold myself into. Otherwise, I feel great today. Well, as great as I can in my condition anyway. Fucking neuralgia, man. Oh, it's one of those things you won't even wish upon your enemies. You usually wish upon your enemies something like diarrhea or whatever. Or maybe tooth pain, but something like that, yeah, that really makes you feel like a cripple. And I was actually cured from that for a while, but it only took like 2 months for it to come back and bite me in the ass, like literally. Well, at least it's not very detrimental to my work. Like, I'm trying not to bend too much and lift very heavy objects. Well, we don't have many of those, but sometimes, you know, airsoft BB bullets come, and they come you know, in packs of 1 kilogram, and they are bundled into boxes of 20 pieces of those, you know, 20 kilograms, and the box itself, like, together they are 21 kilogram. Okay, but I digress. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing with me and being, you know, concerned, if any of you are concerned about things that are happening with me in real life and virtual world as well, I guess. And see you around. Stay tuned for this thing hitting the shelves of the workshop, or however you're supposed to say that. Oh, look at that. You can actually have an AR stock adapter on this thing. That's interesting. But that's a story for another time. Yeah, that's a story for another time. That's gonna take much more effort than just releasing the mod to an unsuspected public and calling it a day, and then like, oh, I'm gonna update it someday, and then 4 years later I'm like, maybe I should update it now. And then 7 years later, maybe I should update it this time. Yeah, I'm really taking my sweet time with updating things. I'm actually kind of currently working on yeah, this is what I'm doing when I'm bored. I'm just dicking around with the models and making Modern Warfare 2 styled M4A4 from CSGO, I guess. But what I did essentially is replace a couple of rail covers on top and on the bottom with rails. I could also make that with, well, I did actually make that with the left and right, but yeah. See, the thing is, the concept art M4 for Left 4 Dead 2 and Left 4 Dead 1 by extension is this particular model, complete with the crane stock, the shorter barrel, the rail covers on left and right rail, but not on top and bottom rail. And there is an aim point sight with its lens covers closed. Not important, not even remotely important. What's important is that I'm working on updating it with skins. You know, TLS supports more skins, and we can just open the real one. It's CSGO M4A4. Okay, so I already folded the rear sight on this particular model. And also, here's the thing. As you can see, this rail is green. And if I just copy the rail from here over there, it's gonna be green as well on this particular skin. It's not a problem on the other skins, like this desert one, yeah. So I have separate materials for rails. This is one of the skins. It's like desert tan, whatever, FDE, coyote, khaki, whatever you wanna call it. Really, it's a mess. Just call it olive because it's not olive. It's very definitely not olive. If you just apply the green skin to this thing, yeah, as you can see, the rail is also green, and we don't really want that because the rest of the handguard is black. So I made a separate material for the rails on the handguard, and now they're black because the base skin is... Oh, wait, no. Because the base skin, of course, is also, you know, kind of black. Blued, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the old aimpoint model, unless I'm gonna replace it with the aimpoint from Payday 2, which I'm not gonna do, because why have to? But what I have to do is a zip-tied flashlight of some sort. I'm not using any rail-mounted ones, and I'm not keeping the one I kept shoving into my mods back in the day, like the one I ported from the Desert Rifle model, just glued under the handguard. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm gonna actually use more effort to make that. So it's gonna take a while. But it's one of the mods that really needs an update. I already have reloading sounds for that. I might also make a firing sound, which is basically an M4 from Counter-Strike Source, because yeah, that's basically how it would be in the real beta, or whatever you want to call it, of Terror Strike or something, before it became like Left 4 Dead 1. Yeah, so if we see this particular model in the concept art, it's probably what they would have made in Left 4 Dead 1, but they made an M16 instead. Which is fine, I'm fine with it. But yeah, this is the gun that shows up in the concept arts and the posters in-game in the released product, you know, but nowhere in the game it can be found, which is funny. So I made this, basically, because, yeah, that's the model from CSGO, and it's also based on the same, probably airsoft product. Sort of similar to my M4, except my M4 has a long, you know, proper M4 length barrel, complete with a barrel step for the grenade launcher. It's just great. But yeah, it also has the crane stock with a battery in it. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, thanks again. I talked too much. I haven't talked for a while, for at least half a year. So yeah, that's crazy. And stay tuned, stay safe, peace, bye.